Hi everybody, let's discuss about delete at a given position in a doubly linked list using C++. The input for this operation will be the list in which we are going to delete and the position where we are going to delete. So for example, if we are given a doubly linked list like this and we are given position as 3, then we expect the operation to return the value that is present in the node, that is 19, and remove the node from this particular linked list. So basically what we want to make is, we want to make the changes in the link also. This should be changed to this, and this should be made change to this, and this memory should be given back, right? These are all the things that we have want to do, and let's have a temporary pointer for that. Initialize that to the first node and then have your position as 1, and you have to loop through while your position is not position, you should have a counter, right? You should have a counter and initialize that to 1. While your counter is less than position, you have to move, right? Basically we will make temp to point to the node, one node before where we are making the deletion, and then we will be making these changes, and also we will be storing the address in temp1 so that we can give back the memory and store the data in the variable and then return. Okay, so the corner cases that we have to consider are when your position is 1, right, and when the list is empty, right? In these cases, these are all special cases where we have to make changes in the head and so on, right? So let's call the delete beginning function for that. Okay, so let's do this. And also one more thing that we have to handle is when there is only one node, right? When there is only one node in the doubly linked list, we have to consider that as a separate case so that it will be deleted, but that is the case when your position also should be 1, otherwise you will be in trouble. Okay, so let's see. So we are formally writing the algorithm. If the list is empty or position equal to 1, we are going to call delete beginning and return whatever is returned by that particular function. Otherwise we are telling temp equal to head and counter equal to 1, and we are moving counter to node at position minus 1, right? While counter is less than position, we have to move temp to the next node, but there are cases when your position may be invalid. There are only 5 nodes. I may try to delete the node at position 6, right? So in that case, what will happen is when we are moving, we will come to the last node, right? So in that case, you have to stop the loop and see what happens. Otherwise we are going to increment the counter and move temp to the next node. So if counter is position minus 1, actually this is the step immediately after the loop. So if there are 2 cases in which the loop may break. One is I have reached the node at position minus 1. Other one is I might have broken because I have reached the last node, right? So you check here, if counter equal to position minus 1, then you are going to do step number 8 to 13, where we are going to have temp1 pointing to the next node, right? Node to be deleted, and if temp1 is null, when this will happen is if there are 5 nodes and I am trying to delete the 6th node, right? As per the algorithm, when we are trying to delete the 6th node, our temp should point to the 5th node. That will happen safely, right? But my temp1 will be null. Okay, so I cannot delete a null, right? So I have to communicate failure and return minus 1. If the node to be deleted is last one, this is also a special case because we have to change the tail and so on. So if the node to be deleted is last node, how we can find out that? If temp1 equal to tail, then we can understand that we are in the we are trying to delete the last node. In that case, you have to call the delete end function, and otherwise you are going to make next part of temp to next part of temp1. That's what in the diagram also you can see, next part of temp will be equal to next part of temp1, and previous part of this previous part. How will you refer to this previous part? Temp1 next. When it will temp1 next, I refer to this node. Once again you use the dereferring operator and say previous, then you will be referring to this particular part equal to temp, right? This connection you have to establish. Okay, and you have to make previous part of next node of temp1 as temp. That's what. And then store data in the data part of temp1 in D. You have to free the memory pointed by temp1 and return D. Okay, so let's implement this algorithm in C++. And for deletion we have got a flag, error flag, that is already declared. And then we have got the delete position function. Since we are doing object oriented programming, the list will come implicit. We have to pass only the position, so only one integer is going on as parameter. And you see dll.cpp, we are going to write the delete position. Okay, so let's see the implementation. Here we have to have a pointer, so let's declare it node star temp, and we have to have a counter also if list is empty. Okay, if list is empty, is empty of, if the list is empty, then you have to, or position equal to 1. There are two conditions, logical or position equal to 1. Then in that case you have to return after calling delete beginning. Okay, so delete beginning, tell temp equal to head, counter equal to 1, while counter is less than position. Okay, now position minus 1, while temp is, while counter is less than position, then only I'll be at the node position minus 1, and temp is not in the last node, right? How will I know that temp is in the last node? I will know by checking if temp not equal to tail. Okay, when temp becomes tail, I am in the last node. You have to increment the counter and make temp to point to the next node. Okay, temp equal to temp next. And after coming out, this loop might have broken due to two reasons, isn't it? One is when you reach the, when your counter reaches position minus 1, or else when temp reaches the last node also we might have come out, right? So you are confirming the case that counter equal to position minus 1, right? In that case you have to do steps 8 to 12, but anyway we will put this here. You are telling temp1 equal to temp next, right? Temp1 equal to temp next. If temp1 is null, if temp1 equal to null, right? That is when we are one more than the number of nodes, that will be the case. Okay, so in that case you have to communicate failure. How we are going to communicate failure? We are going to use delete error flag, right? Delete error flag equal to true, and you have to return -1. Okay, and step number 8 is you have to make next part of temp equal to next part of temp1, right? So temp next equal to temp1 next. Okay, this change we have to make, and next we have to do temp1. Okay, temp1 next previous, right? Temp1 next previous equal to temp, and here we are going to have D to have the data part of temp1 and then free the memory. So how will you free the memory in C++? You have to use delete temp1, that is the node that is going to be deleted, and you have to return D, right? That is the data that is getting deleted. Okay, and in the main I have called delete position 2. There are 3 values that are inserted and we are trying to delete position 2, right? So let's compile the code and check it for errors. Okay, there are a few errors. Let's see. D is not declared, temp1 is not declared. Okay, so let's declare it. Star temp1 and D, right? And in 221 I have got a problem. 221, right? Yeah, I think okay, maybe let me check whether I have, yeah, here, yes, I haven't finished this brace. If counter equal to position -1, then we will be doing all these things. Otherwise what we have to do is we have to communicate failure, which means that the loop got broken because I reached the last node. See, when we come out of the while loop, there are 2 possibilities. One is I have reached the correct position, right? Otherwise I might have come out of the loop also. So in this here we have to consider that case. Okay, and return -1, right? Let's check. Yeah, try deletion failed, right? What I am giving is I am giving the value as 2. It should work. Let's see. Oh, it's not working. Yes, the problem is in the loop I have to give while counter is less than position -1, because we have to move to the node at position -1, right? So I have to tell counter ++ and temp equal to temp next, till that, then only it will be correct. So that was the problem. And one more thing that I have to handle is when we are trying to delete the last node. We discussed in the algorithm, that is how will you know that you are in the last node is when your temp1, right? If temp1 equal to tail, when your temp1 is equal to tail, we can understand that we are trying to delete the last node. That should be considered separately, because when we are deleting the last node, you have to make tail as null. No, you have to move tail to the previous node and make next part as null, and so on, right? So let's call the delete n function for the case when we are trying to delete the last node. Okay, so let's compile the code and check it. Yeah, now I am trying to delete the second node. Now it is telling element deleted is 2 and it is working. Let me try to delete at position 3. Yes, it's working. Element deleted is 4 and it's giving properly. Let me try to delete at position 4. I'm getting deletion failed, right? And if I give delete position 1, obviously we call delete beginning, and that also works. Okay, so I'll be sharing the code in the GitHub. Thank you.